these steps, exact same step I have done, nothing new. This is my solution, that's why I call it interview dodge solution approach 1. Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to solve this problem, Leetcode 53 maximum subarray, and also there is one more question, that's subarray sum equals k, which is 560, Leetcode 560. Okay, so in fact I wrote an article about this. Okay, I have chosen this article to show you a pattern actually. Okay, very simple these questions are, but very frequently asked interview questions. That's why I wanted to tackle this in this particular episode. Let's start with this problem first. Okay, so given an integer array nums, find the subarray with the largest sum and return its sum. When we look at this question, we tend to think about finding all subarrays for a given array and find the max sum from those lists, right? Which is actually a correct answer. Yeah, but whenever there are numbers, some math operation is always a trick. Okay, so here is a simple intuition to this problem. If there are only positive numbers, think about this. If there are only positive numbers, what will be the maximum sum? It is the whole entire array members sum, right? So definitely interviewer is not going to ask you a question where only positive or negative numbers will be there. Okay, that means there are mix of numbers here. Okay, if we don't apply any easy math trick here, then we have to find all the subarrays and find the maximum subarray from that, right? So yeah, that is actually a complex operation, and you have to find all the subarrays for a given array. That will be actually involving two loops, at least two for loops. Okay, so but we can actually, applying a simple mathematical trick, we can solve this problem in one for loop, and that simple trick is Kadane algorithm. Okay, so how can we use a simple mathematical trick to solve this problem? So let's understand it. Okay, so if you see this is a running sum. Okay, and each time I'm checking running sum with the max sum. Okay, so max sum you initialize with a mean value so that we can always update any value that we get which is more than this value. We can update that value with max sum. That's what we are doing. Very simple right here. So update the max sum if the current sum is greater than the max sum, right? In a for loop, you just simply keep adding the numbers. That's how we find the subarray, right? And if the sum is less than 0, the current sum is less than 0, then make the current sum as 0. So yeah, this is exactly what I did here. Let's submit, and you can see this is accepted, 1 millisecond, 99.9%. Okay, now okay, this first question is done, by the way. Okay, now let's go and see this subarray sum equals k. Again, this is one of the most frequently asked interview question. Okay, this is Leetcode 560, I believe. Yeah, this is Leetcode 560. Okay, so given an array of integers nums and an integer k, return the total number of subarrays whose sum equals to k. By the way, this is a very beautiful question, because you not only have to go through each possible subarray, but also at the same time you need to make sure the sum is the given sum, and finally count how many such subarray exists, right? Both of this problem, we solved another problem before this, that was also involving subarray. This one also involving subarray. So finding all the possible subarray for an array is actually a beautiful problem. Very simple approach. Yeah, everyone should know how to find all the subarrays. Okay, because in the worst case, let's say you don't know an efficient solution, then you can approach in the plain vanilla or very simple approach. Okay, let's first write a program to find all possible subarrays for a given array. Okay, it's very similar to all possible substrings for a given string. Why I'm talking about substring? Because there is a simple way to solve substring problems actually. If you know how a substring method in a string works, then you will be able to actually write the possible substring, all possible substring of a given string in a very easy approach. So yeah, here I have what you need to do. Okay, of course you need to use a substring method. Let's say, okay, it's not like mandatory of course, but you can use substring method. Okay, and you can actually write two for loop. You see the second for loop actually less than equal to, and I'm starting the j with I plus 1 here. Okay, and then I'm just using the substring method, passing two params, I first for loop index, j second for loop index. Okay, so yeah, note this condition, j for the second one, j less than equal to the given string length. Okay, so anyway, I'm just showing you two different approach how to find substring, possible substring of a given string. Why? Because finding subarrays for a given array also has exactly same approach. Okay, so a candidate should know how to find all possible subarrays of a given array. That's why I'm trying to actually correlate this particular approach, these two different approaches to solve this problem. Okay, in fact we could have actually solved this problem also using that approach, but yeah, I told you this is the trick. Okay, if you just add this if condition, okay, remove the next for loop, done, you are done. Okay, so okay, so the first one we saw that this is a O of n cube time complexity because two for loops here, and the last one is again substring is O of n. Okay, yeah, it is time consuming, yes, so there is a better approach than that, n square. If you see this, what we are doing, one for loop, we are just setting the index, start index, okay, which is I here, initialize a substring, and in the second for loop what we are doing, character by character we are appending to the substring, and the j is initialized with I. Okay, actually if you just closely look at this, a very simple approach, and you will be able to actually just try to focus on this focus on this idea, you'll be able to understand. Yeah, very simple approach, by the way. I like this approach actually. Okay, to find all the possible substring of a string. Okay, like the trick here is just like instead of using substring, get the character from the j index and append with the substring. Okay, so you see, very simple, right? Very, very simple. Okay, so if we have a solution like this to find all the substring, I call it, let's say, subarray, then what we need to do to solve this problem, to solve this subarray sum equals k, we want to find how many subarray sum equals k are there. Then we just have to add a if block here and say if subarray sum, let's say this is the running sum, if running sum equal to k, then we just increase the count, right? That's what I've done. Just look at this algorithm, these steps, exact same step I have done, nothing new. This is my solution, that's why I call it interview dodge solution approach 1. Okay, for loop, okay, count equal to 0, for loop exact same thing, like how we write string substring equal to empty string, int running sum equal to 0. Okay, for j equal to I, so here also for j equal to I, exactly same thing, nothing new here. Keep adding the jth element to the running sum. You check if running sum equal to k, then increase the count. That's it, and finally return the count. That's exactly what you need to do in your interview. There is a better time complexity. You can actually look at this video, but let's say you don't know the solution, O of n approach. I will actually talk about the ON approach also in my next video. This is also a great solution, guys. Okay, giving this solution actually tells to the interviewer that you have the concept clear, like you know the foundation of solving this problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually use this. Okay, you might want to see if this actually works, right? Practice question, you go to the second link and you will come here. It will take you to the Leetcode. Okay, and let's paste our solution. Okay, and this is Java, of course, and just let's run it. Okay, accepted. Now submit it. So yeah, this is actually, you see, this is a working solution. Okay, bits 15%. Yeah, because time complexity is again n square, but it's an accepted solution. Okay, that is more important. Okay, in the interview you should be actually writing a accepted solution. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the crowd. Okay, yeah, sometimes that will actually take up a lot of time if you want to go and find the most efficient approach in the interview. It is sometimes like if you have not done that problem before, then writing the most optimized solution is it's not it will not hit your mind actually in the interview environment also. So yeah, definitely we'll talk about that. We'll learn how to solve in ON approach also. In the meanwhile, you can watch this video in this page. Already there is a link here. So yeah, very important, guys, this format, this template for finding all possible substring, finding all possible subarrays is very, very important. Okay, if you understand this, great. If you don't, yeah, try to write it few times, this two for loops approach, and yeah, you'll be good in the interview. Okay, such problems are very frequent in interviews and it will help you solving such kind of problems. So yeah, definitely, guys, check it out. Okay, interview doors, I have been adding a lot of articles to my site, and a lot of, yeah, of course, I'm building MVP around interview doge also. You can see beautiful small product. Okay, here this one is actually a perplexity clone, you can say. So I have integrated generative AI kind of search, and also chat GPT integrated here. Yeah, this is very beautiful because you get the follow-up question also here. Okay, you ask a question and you get a follow-up question for free here. Okay, cool. That's it for today, guys, and yeah, see you next time with more new articles. Till then, bye, take care.